Hey everybody, it's Miss Edison. We are going to look a little bit at circle graphs right now. And our objective is to be able to read a circle graph and then to be able to interpret it so that we can later look at any kind of graph and then be able to analyze all that information. So I'm going to go over question number 1 from the worksheet that you have. So if you don't have it, go ahead and download it or look at it while we're doing it. And this is number 1. And then on the back is number 2 and 3. And that's what I'm going to look at and grade for you guys. And then on Friday of this week, there's going to be like a mini quiz. And there are going to be questions similar to this. And then we're going to continue with that. All right, so I need you guys to look up here at this page. I'm doing the best I can with this so you can see what you're doing. If you don't have a calculator at home, you can always use your cell phone because I know you guys all have that. So when you guys are looking at this information, we're given this pie graph. And it's telling me Mrs. Edwards asked her class to vote on where they would most like to go on a field trip. The choices she gave them were the History Museum, the Science Museum, the Art Gallery, and a nature preserve. All 30 students cast one vote, and this is my pie graph. In order to find out how many kids are doing it when you're given a percent in each of these, you have to look at your total number. So we always look at the total number, and then we multiply that by the percentage. Because we're trying to find the number of the people. So you're looking at the total number and you're multiplying that by your percentage. So they're asking me here how many kids are in the nature preserve. So if I look at here, it's telling me the nature preserve is 50%. So I'm going to take the total number of students, which is 30, and then I'm going to multiply that by 50%. Is that hard to see, guys? I'm sorry. Let me bring it a little bit closer. Okay. So multiply 30 by 50%. Well, what is 50 cents? Is it 50 or is it 0.50? It's going to be 0.50. So when I multiply 30 times 0.50, I'm going to get a total of 15 students. And I'm even going to put here for me 15 just so I can see it and remember it. Then I'm asked how many kids are in the History Museum. So if I look here at the History Museum, I'm going to do the exact same equation. Total number of students, 30, times what's my percentage? 0.30. So I type into my calculator 30 times 0.30, and I'm going to get 9 students. Why is it 0.30? 30% is 30 cents. Next one, Science Museum, 10% of the kids. So 30 students, total number, and how would I say 10 cents? 0.10. So 30 times 0.10 is going to give me a total of 3 students. Oops, and I forgot to write that in here, guys. Sorry about that. Miss Edison's adjusting, just like you guys are, to this new way of learning. And then last but not least, they want me to figure out the art gallery. It's 10% as well. So 30 students times my 10%, 0.10, is going to give me 3 students again. And just to make sure I'm doing this correctly, I'm going to make sure that all these numbers in this box equal 30 students. So I'm going to say 15, you know I have to have my colors, plus 9, plus 3, and 3. So 3 and 3 is 6, and then 9 and 15 is 24. So when I add this all up, I'm going to get a total of 30 students. So we did do our math correctly. So now we're going to move on to these questions. They want to know how many students are in the History Museum. Okay, I need to move this up a little bit. I apologize. Now you can see the questions I'm asking you. So if I go back to my pie chart, History Museum, that was 30 students times 30%, 0.30. And we found that that was only 9 students. Because they're asking for the history Museum. Now, this one's just a teeny bit different. They're asking me how many students chose the nature preserve and the art gallery. Now, you guys know that the word and means to add something together. So I've got to find the total number of students in the nature preserve and the art gallery. So I'm going to go to my nature preserve, which was how many kids? It's showing me here 15, which I found by 30 times 0.50. And then my art gallery, which was 3 students. So then when I add 15 and 3, that would give me a total of 18 students. So when I see the word and, if I see all together, or if I see the word combined, they're asking me to add. Okay, so those are the words that we're going to look at for when we're adding up our words. So it might say how many students chose the nature preserve, the art gallery all together, or combined how many students chose the nature preserve and the art gallery. Okay, so these are keywords to tell me I'm going to add. Here's another word that we're going to look at. How many more students, chose the History Museum, and history is right here, over my Science Museum? So let's first of all look at the 2 museums we're looking at. So the History Museum, we said, was 9 kids, 30 people times 0.30. And then we said the Science Museum was 30 times 0.10%, 0.10, which was 3. So how many more students chose that? Well, if I want to know how many more, that's like me saying to you, how many more points did you earn on the test that we took on slope over the test we took on translating expressions? Okay, so we're going to find the difference. So how many more? So we're going to subtract. This means the difference. So we're going to subtract. Another word you would look at here would be fewer. How many fewer? Those are all subtraction words. Okay, so how many more? That's like how many more slices of pizza did you eat than the other person? And I know you all love to eat, and right now we're all trying to find that food. So your mom might say, you can't have more pizza than me. Okay, we only have so much food to eat right now. Okay, so you're going to say 9 minus 3, and that's going to give me 6 students. Then my next question is, how many students chose the Science Museum? Oh, and here's that keyword again, and Art Museum. And we just said and meant to add. Oh, you can't see that right there. Okay, so I'll not use the pink. Okay, so the Science Museum, we just said, was 30 times 0.10. So we found out that's 3 students. And the art gallery is, again, 30 times 0.10, which is going to give me 3 students. So I'm adding it up again, and I get 6 kids again. And then again, the other question, letter F, how many students, I should say how many more students, oh, Miss Edison made a typo. Oops, it won't be the last one. Okay, how many more students wanted to go to the Nature Preserve instead of the History Museum? Okay, so what do we say about more? Okay, how many more means to subtract. Okay, so I'm going to figure out how many students went to the Nature Preserve. 30 times 0.50 is 15. I'm going to subtract, and then the Nature Preserve, I'm sorry, it's 15, and then the History Museum is 30 times 0.309, so I get a total of 6. 6 has kind of been a popular number here, hasn't it? So that's how you would do that. All right, so now before I wrap this up, I do want to preference one other thing. I'm back. Okay, if it's a question like it's only 5%, 5%, think of a nickel. Is a nickel going to be 0.5 or is it going to be 0.05? A nickel is going to be 0.05 because 0.5 is 50 cents. So you're going to put 0.05 for your percentage. And that's really, really important for you guys to remember, okay? So if you haven't done day one yet, this is the video that will help you with your circle or slash pie graphs, okay? Complete the backside 2 and 3. I also put up last week a extra credit thing. It's worth 3 points. It's questions about who I am and about a special little puppy doll.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, it's 3 extra credit points. It won't show up in the grade book until I input your first grade, and then it'll all come together. So anyway, I would love for you guys to do that because it's just an opportunity. If you guys could get this turned into me by Wednesday, that would be very helpful. I'm trying to be flexible. I'm going to try and put together some Zoom lessons where you guys can kind of pop in and ask me questions as need be. But I thought that this would help you as much as you can. So again, here's this. I will post a picture of this side on Edsby so that you could see it. But I just wanted you guys to see a video of me doing it with my explanation. I really, really miss you guys. I hope you guys are doing okay. Stay safe, and hopefully we'll be able to get back to school soon and get back into a normal routine. All right. Bye, guys, and message me if you have any questions. See y'all later.